meditation. And I'll ring the bell to start and ring it to end with a focus on really grounding down, closing your eyes, sitting up tall through the spine, comfortable seat. Ring the bell, and if your mind begins to wander, bring it back to the breath. If it wanders, bring it back to the breath. Keeping the eyes closed, bringing the palms together and rubbing the palms back and forth. And taking those palms, placing them over your eyes, blinking your eyes open. And release those hands to the ground. Touch the earth. Feel the earth at your fingertips. Inhale the arms up to the sky. Interlace the hands and press those palms to the sky. Oh, we have some more people here. Hi, everyone that joined in. And exhale the arms down to the side. Inhale the arms back up towards the sky. Take the opposite interlace and place those palms up to the sky. Press the palms up. And exhale, release the arms. Inhale the left arm up by the left ear and take a side bend. Stretching through that side waist, long through the obliques. And you can keep the head facing forward, or if it feels great on your neck, you can look up to that inner elbow. Come back to center. Taking second side, so taking the left hand out, right arm up by right ear. And side bending. Reach through the fingertips, reach through that right hip. And inhale back to center and release fingertips to the ground. Let's interlace the hands in front of us and take gentle rotations in one direction and then gentle rotations in the opposite direction. And bringing the hands into just light fists here. We're gonna gently tap our back body. So starting kind of on the outside of the sacrum and going up the back, make a funny noise, and then back down. And just giving a little tap on the back, and then a couple little taps up here, lymph. And then a gentle rub of the neck, loosen up the neck a little bit. And take your arms out to the side really wide, and come on in for a hug. And take your arms back outside really wide, open the heart, you can gaze up to the sky. And then a nice hug. We're gonna do that one more time each side. So this time as we open, lengthen through the spine, open your heart, press into your feet, and then take a hug on the other side. And one more time, opening up and bringing that back into a hug. We'll release the hands to the ground. Inhale them partway up. And we'll take the left arm under the right for eagle arms. So you may do the hug again, back of palms or palms touching. So you can either be sitting on your knees or you may be in a cross-legged position. Either way, root down through the trunk of your body and then lengthen through the spine as you lift your elbows towards the sky. If it feels great to you, you can bring it into a very slight back bend. And then on an exhale, round your back and draw those elbows in towards the center of your body, rolling, coming into a little ball. We'll extend one more time, lift and lengthen. And exhale, round and draw those elbows into center. And inhale, come back up. Release the hands to the earth. Inhale, the arms part way. And let's take second side. So bringing the right arm under the left. And you can bring the backs of hands together or the palms together. Or a hug. So taking that eagle interlace on this side. Press into the feet. And inhale, draw the elbows up towards the sky. Lengthening into a back bend if you did on the other side. And on an exhale, draw into the core, rounding through the spine. Feeling all those muscles along the vertebrae moving. Again, inhale, lengthen. Reaching elbows skyward, perhaps back bending. Exhale, drawing in to center. Inhale, we'll come back up, release the arms, and we'll take ourselves into a table position. So hands and knees. And you're gonna bring your shoulders over your wrists, pressing into the tops of the feet. You can kind of just shake out the lower back a little bit, wiggle back and forth. And then spread the hands, root down through all four corners of the hands. And we're gonna stretch our right foot back, keeping the toes, all 5 toes on the earth. So extend here, you may stay like this. If you want to bring your left arm out for a counterbalance, you can. And if you want to add a little more, you can lift that back leg. And we'll hold that for 3, 2, 1. Release hand and knee to the earth. Take knees wide for child's pose, wide-legged child's pose. Forehead comes to the earth. 3 breaths here. And inhale, coming back to our tabletop position. Knees hip width apart, hands shoulder width apart. And we'll take second side. So stretch your left leg back, all 5 toes touching the earth. Again, you may stay here. This feels like enough, or you can take right arm out, opposite direction, and either stay here or lift that back leg. And holding that balance for 3, 2, 1. Release hand and knee to the earth. Sitting back to child's pose, 1 breath. And inhale, coming back to our tabletop position, rounding all 10 toes under. We'll lift into downward facing dog. So lift the hips towards the sky and then allow the heels to come towards the earth. The head hangs heavy. You can bend your knees deeply to start and just move around as your body needs to. And then allow the heels to come to the earth, towards the earth. And 3 breaths here. You can bring one heel towards the earth and then the other. You can rotate the ankles. And on your next exhale, bending your knees, stepping the feet forward. Inhale, come up partway with a long spine. Exhale, fold. And inhale, come to standing. Exhale, release the hands. So we'll take mountain pose at the top of our mat. Root down through the feet. So look down at your feet and imagine rooting all 4 corners of your feet into the earth. Lift all 10 toes and then place all 10 toes on the earth. Feel a rooted stability here. Length through the spine. On an inhale, we'll reach our arms up towards the sky, gaze up towards those thumbs. Exhale, hands come down to the side. 2 more times with your breath. Inhale, fill with breath. Exhale, release. Again, inhale, fill with breath. Exhale, release. Keeping the feet rooted, inhale the left arm up by the left ear and take a side bend here. Again, gaze can be forward or up at the inner elbow if that feels okay on the neck. Stretch through those fingers. Inhale back to center. Release that arm. Exhale. Inhaling the right arm up by right ear and side bend. Keep that right leg rooted, right hip. And exhale, release. Inhale, both arms up, interlace the fingers and press palms to the sky. Press the feet, so nice long extension through the spine. Exhale, release. One more time, inhale, taking opposite interlace. Press palms skyward, full breath, and exhale, release. Let's take the left foot over the right. Feet are close. Inhale. We're going to bring our arms up and bring our palms together. So I'm going to bring it down so you can see they look like this. Up overhead. And then let's bend to the left. Inhale and bend to the right. Back to center and release. Stepping back to mountain pose, full breath. This time let's bring our arms up. Full breath, come up high on the toes. And exhale, heels back, arms back. Second side, so taking our right foot over the left. We'll bring our arms up to the sky on an inhale. Take those palms together again, like that. And let's bend over towards the right, side bend. Inhale back to center and bending to the opposite side, towards the left. Inhale back to center and we'll release the feet, release the arms. Taking a wide stance, we'll rotate our left foot out, coming into warrior two. So bending that front knee, lining it up over with the ankle, reaching through the outer edge of the back foot. The hips are facing the screen, arms come out to the side. So warrior two, we bring our gaze over our front fingers. So focus on the strength and stability of the legs and how that grounds you in the pose and how it can actually give lift and levity to the upper body. Take a nice deep breath in, a deep breath out, another breath in, breath out. And then bring that back arm down the back leg and open up the warrior. So extending through this side waist. Couple breaths here. Strong legs. Inhale, come back to standing. We'll bring that front arm over the front knee and stretch that leg overhead for extended side angle pose. Reach through those left fingertips, reach through the left edge of the foot. Inhale, coming back up to warrior two. We'll interlace our hands behind us, open through the heart. It's a little back bend here, and then humble warrior. Exhale, bringing the right shoulder in by the right knee or somewhere near that, allowing the head to hang. You can take a bind if that's in your practice. And inhale, coming back to standing, releasing the arms and rotating that right foot in to meet the left. Hands come into hip creases. Press those hands into the hip creases and lengthen through the spine again. Full breath. Strong feet. Exhale. A half forward fold. We're coming halfway here. Checking out our hamstrings. Good morning, hamstrings. And inhale, come back up. If you have a wall or a chair that you want to use as a prop, feel free to do that. Otherwise, we're going to lengthen through the spine again. And exhale, come into forward fold. And allow your hands to come to the earth. And the forehead comes towards the earth. It may come all the way there. Who knows? See what it's feeling like this morning. One more breath. Hands to hip creases. Inhale, come up to standing. Rotate the right foot. So this is our left foot out, coming to warrior two on second side. So nice wide stance so that the front knee lines up over the front ankle. Arms out to the side in a T, and hips, these two hip bones facing the screen. Again, find that stability. You can draw the inner edges of your legs towards one another, and that activates the legs in this pose. Gaze over the front fingers. Couple breaths here. And then on an inhale, draw that back arm down the back leg and coming into our side bend. Couple breaths here. And on an exhale, moving through warrior two to extended side angle pose, reaching those right fingertips overhead, reaching through outer edge of the right foot. Nice long line of energy there. Occasional dog bark here in upper tau. And inhale, coming back up into our warrior two. Interlacing the hands back behind us, pressing that interlace towards the earth, open through the heart, and humble warrior as we bend our head towards our knee, bringing that left shoulder in towards our left knee. Allow the head to hang. Inhale, coming back to standing. Back to warrior two. And straighten that leg, hands come to the sides. We'll interlace our hands behind us. So you can take the forward fold that we took before or interlace the hands, open through the heart space, and on an exhale, come forward. Forehead comes towards the earth and the interlaced hands come up overhead as though they're coming towards the ground behind our heads. One more breath. Come on up to standing. Switch the interlace, and we'll take one more forward fold. So root through the feet first. These standing poses help us with a grounded feeling of energies. And then press the interlaced fist towards the earth and come into our forward fold. Inhale, coming back up to standing. Release the hands, hands to hips, and heel toe the feet back in, stepping back to our mountain pose. We'll take one more balancing pose here before we come towards a seated position. We'll take tree pose. If you have a different balance pose you'd like to do, feel free. But for tree, there's a couple options. So we'll take our left foot and root it to the earth. You can kickstand the right foot out to the side or bring it up onto your leg, anywhere you choose for it to go. Hands come in front of the heart. We'll hold this pose for a 10 count. You can bring your arms up towards the sky if you'd like. Five more breaths. Bringing hands back down in front of the heart. Let's bring the knee up towards the sky. You can extend it out in front of you if you'd like, and then bring that foot back to the earth, back to mountain pose. Full breath in mountain pose. And second side, so rooting down through that left foot, we'll bring our right foot into that kickstand pose if you'd like for tree pose on this side, or you can bring that foot up on the leg, anywhere that you'd like. Holding for a 10 count. Reaching arms up if you did on the other side. Bringing hands down in front of the heart. Bringing that knee up towards the sky. Extending that foot forward. And placing the foot back on the earth. Releasing the hands. Full breath, mountain pose. To transition to the earth, we'll come into Malasana. So bending our knees deeply, bringing elbows inside our knees, coming into a deep squat. Releasing any tension in the jaw here. And we'll bring our hands towards the earth, coming onto hands and knees one more time. We're gonna come into rabbit pose where we put a little bit of pressure on the top of our head. So I'll demo it first if you haven't done it. And if you have done it, you can. So you can sit back on your heels, and this very tip of the forehead is gonna come about right here in front of me on the mat. So you can bring your forehead to the mat, the tip of your head, interlace the hands behind, and bring them overhead. We'll hold that for about 2 breaths. And then on your next exhale, bring the hands down. We'll switch the interlace and bring the hands overhead again for 2 more breaths. Bringing the hands back down for child's pose. The arms can come out in front of you. You can stretch the hips back. Take a couple of breaths here. And then we'll slowly make our way over onto our backs. And we're gonna take a final twist into resting pose. So get yourself comfy on your backs. Do any movements your body needs to transition into that pose. You can close your eyes. On an inhale, draw your knees into your chest. So you're coming into a little ball. And then let's bring the arms out to the side in the T. Bring the knees over to the right and gaze over to the left. Inhale back to center. Knees over to the left, gaze over to the right. And one more time each side. Knees over to the right. Inhale to center. Knees over to the left. Knees to center. And go ahead and extend the legs long on the ground. Extend the arms long overhead. Take a nice deep stretch. Fill with breath. Enliven every cell of the body. And then exhale, release into final resting pose, Shavasana. Allow your body to feel heavy. Allow your thoughts to be relaxed. Allow the jaw to be relaxed. Allow the supported spine and supported heart space to allow the breath to flow with ease. Gently wiggle your fingers and your toes. Take a breath and reach arms up overhead. Stretch the legs long. Wiggle your body out. Roll over onto one side. Take another deep breath. And then gently press up to a seated position, bringing hands in front of the heart. And take a moment here to offer gratitude out into the world for someone, something in your life. Thank you for practicing this morning. Namaste. I hope you're all staying safe and healthy out there.